Hello, my name's Alice Carruth and I'm the Public Relations Coordinator for the New Mexico Spaceport Authority. As you can tell from my accent, I didn't grow up in New Mexico. I was born and raised just outside of London in England, and lived there until I was in my early 20s. I grew up in a very non-aerospace area. We didn't really have access to aviation like you have here in the southern area of New Mexico. So space was something I came to quite late in life. I went to university in London to study media studies. I particularly was very interested in broadcasting. And it was a really great skill to get into. Drama was a really great help with that. Learning how to present yourself, how to speak properly and accurately is a really great skill to have for life, regardless of whether or not you're going to be a PR person like myself, or if you're going to end up as a director of a business, you need to know how to present yourself in the right way and how to come across in a correct manner. I came to New Mexico about 7 years ago because my husband and I met in the Middle East, where my job took me to. I worked in news for a very long time in London and then went to the Middle East when I was in my early 20s. And my husband works for the US Army and got transferred to White Sands Missile Range. And it was really when I arrived here that I started to look into aerospace. Space is something I've always been interested in. I'm a big fan of Star Trek, so sci-fi certainly helped me get here, but really it was something that I was just fascinated by and about, and coming here and realizing that there was the world's first purpose-built spaceport right down the road from me, and the Virgin Galactic, a company that I'm very aware of, grew up with the brand Virgin in the United Kingdom. It just was really fascinating and exciting. So I got involved because I was working in broadcasting here. I was working in radio, and I interviewed a man named Jonathan Firth, who was the executive vice president of Virgin Galactic about 5 years ago. And he started talking to me about the aerospace industry, and I was hooked, and I got involved in the Las Cruces Space Festival. And then ended up working for a company called Solstar Space, doing their marketing and PR. And joined Spaceport America about a year ago now. So I've been with the state agency that runs the spaceport since April of 2020. And my typical day really varies. It could be anything from being on site with media, giving them tours. It could be writing press releases, which is what I will be doing later today. It's a lot of social media, engaging with the public. But I think my favorite part really is the STEM outreach that I do. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. There is an area that is really an interest to me. Being a mum of two young kids myself, I want to make sure my children understand and are accessible to those kind of skills. Even in my career, where I don't have to have qualifications in any of the STEM areas, I have to have a very good understanding of them to be able to talk about the aerospace industry. And that's one of the things that I'm really passionate about, is to teach people that the aerospace industry isn't just for rocket scientists and for engineers. It's also for people like myself that work in media. We have sales agents, we have finance, legal team. There really is a wide variety. If you think of any kind of business that you would have, that slots into that aerospace industry. So don't feel that just because you're not interested in engineering, that aerospace isn't a career path that's accessible to you.